Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite mother of three, Bougie Vintage. And today's video is me taking a quiz. Because of recent events, I decided I wanted to know a little bit more about myself. So I want to know my attachment style. And we are going to do that right now. The first question is, are you currently in a relationship? Recent breakup, married, single, or divorced? Yes, true. This is okay, whatever. True. We'll just put true because recently single girl. Whew. I can be very emotionally present with others, friends, family, partners, strangers, but it takes me a while to build trust and share vulnerable things about myself. I don't know how to answer this question because I feel like because of YouTube, I'm very vulnerable with the world, you know? But like in a one-on-one setting, like if I just meet somebody for the first time, I'm not going to tell them all the stuff that I share on my channel. This is a weird question. I don't know how to answer it. I can be very emotionally present with others, but it takes me a while to build trust and share vulnerable things about myself. I'm just going to put true. I often put other people in my life on a big pedestal. Partner, friends, family. No, and nobody's getting a pedestal around here. Sorry. I feel naturally comfortable and safe expressing my feelings and needs to loved ones. In the general sense, I mean, my mom. I feel very upset when others infringe on my need for space or time alone. Ciao, I'm a mama. All these questions are I don't think it's supposed to be this hard to answer these questions. Very upset is very strong to me. Like, I'm not very upset. I'll just put true. I'm going to put true. I am willing to work through challenges in a relationship before suddenly trying to leave the relationship itself. If you're not, I'm willing to work through problems. Clearly. Okay. I tend to be out of touch with my emotions quite frequently. False. I'm very attuned to others' needs and often put them before my own and resent it later. Yes, that's me. I constantly want to be emotionally closer to my partner. This can also apply to my close friendships or romantic interests. I don't know if that's true for me. I'm going to say false. Like, I want intimacy, but I don't need to be closer and closer and closer. Maybe I'm not understanding the question. I put false. I am effective at compromising and communicating. Hell yeah, that's me. It is very difficult for me to set boundaries unless I am angry. I can sometimes set excessive boundaries and push people away too dramatically out of anger. No. Okay, I'm answering. I'm trying to answer this question. I'm like, girl, these are trick questions. What's going on? It is very difficult for me to set boundaries unless I am angry. No. Okay. If I notice my partner showing any signs of coldness, I panic and want to get closer as quickly as possible. This often happens to me in friendships as well. False. It is not uncommon for me to experience inward emotional turbulence throughout the duration of my romantic relationship. This applies to close family members as well. Inward emotional turbulence throughout the duration. I don't think that I can answer these questions based on my last relationship. I have to answer these in a general sense because my last relationship wasn't with a normal person. So it's like, what am I answering? It is not uncommon for me to experience inward emotional turbulence throughout. False. Wait, true. It is not uncommon for me to experience inward emotional turbulence throughout the duration of my romantic relationship. It is not uncommon for me. So it's common for me to experience inward emotional turbulence. No. False. I often feel very hot or very cold towards my partner or family members. I tend to operate in extremes and hell no, that is crazy. I know that I am worthy of a healthy, hell yeah, girl. When I feel hurt by a loved one, I often have a strong fight or flight response. I find myself wanting to push this person far away as possible. No, I'm very forgiving. I do not feel as though I need anything from my romantic partner or loved ones. It can be difficult to conceptualize how others would meet a lot of my needs. False? No. I do not enjoy being out of romantic relationships. I often fear, hell no. Oh, give me single life every day of the week, girl. I do not enjoy being out of... No, false. If a loved one's behavior hurts me, I will express my feelings and try to understand what caused them to... Yep, that's me. I hunger for closeness. Well, that was me. I hunger for closeness, but I fear the emotional difficulty of it at the same time. False. I do not like making social plans with others in advance. I often fear being trapped by commitments with other people. False. I find that setting boundaries comes naturally to me. Yes, but also allowing people to cross them. Oh my gosh. I focus much more on the relationships in my life than I do on myself. Oh, I feel like I have done that, but I don't feel like I'll do that now. So to answer this question, no, I'm gonna say false, girl. I'm always focusing on me. I often feel protective over my space, privacy, and belongings. I often feel protective over my space, privacy, and belongings. Protective. Why is it worded like this? I don't like this. I often feel protective over my space, privacy, and belongings. False. Like, I'm a mom. I don't have space. I generally feel invaded when my partner or loved ones demand too much physical affection. False. I would prefer to spend most of my free time with my partner if I were to be in a romantic relationship. It would be hard for me to want to do things separately. False. I feel that it is easy to be vulnerable with my romantic partner. True. I find that my partner or loved ones usually emotionally recover from conflict before I do. I don't know about that. Oh, I guess that would be, okay, conflict between me and somebody else. Well, it depends. Did I do something to them? They do something to me? Well, I don't be doing stuff to people, so. I find that my partner or loved ones usually emotionally recover from conflict before I do. False. I deeply fear being abandoned by my partner or love interest. False. I have previous knowledge of attachment theory. Not really. No. False. How old are you? Right here. What is your gender? Female. Girl, why are they making me put my name in here now? And the results are in, girl. It says you have a secure attachment style. But without knowing how to communicate best with different types of partners, you may keep ending up in unfulfilling relationships. You're a warm, friendly person who feels comfortable in relationships, both intimate and platonic. Period. Period. Ooh. You connect with people easily. Period. Generally feel confident in who you are. Cause period. And you have a strong sense of self-worth. I know that's right. Period. Okay. You're not about to shake this table. Okay. You are quite good at communicating your needs, feelings, and opinions to others. And that's on what? Jesus, Devontae Christ. Okay? Okay. Letting people in is easy for you because you feel safe, can set healthy boundaries, and have the skills to step away from situations that don't deserve your time. She was working on that. She was loading. She got it together though. When faced with relationship problems with your partner, family, friends, or coworkers, you see most problems as solvable and have strong conflict resolution skills. Period. Ask about me. Okay? Google me, baby. Google me, baby. When you are faced with situations that are triggering, you are able to sit with your emotions and regulate them appropriately. When it comes to supporting others, you are an empathetic listener and are happy to be their rock. You are my rock. Your romantic relationships are generally stable and you don't have a problem with long-term commitments. However, you can sometimes end up in relationships that feel wildly out of balance and that can drain you. Well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned, girl. Although you are very adaptable to different types of people, you sometimes struggle to understand how they operate and what exactly you need to do to fully support them. Wow, this thing read me down, girl. So now my question to you is, what is your attachment style? Do you have a healthy attachment style or an unhealthy one? And then it says, does any of this sound familiar? Getting frustrated with poor communication. You get frustrated when others struggle to express themselves. For example, you find it very hard to understand when someone has emotional outbursts after bottling up their resentment for months. Why is this reading me like this? Finding it difficult to relate to insecure people. Despite your empathetic nature, you have a hard time relating to people's fears of commitment, abandonment issues, or trust issues, having never experienced the same things yourself. What is going on? Did I rate this myself? What's going on? It's because this is reading me down. Being in unfulfilling relationships. Like tick, tick, tick. Even though you have the skills to make your relationships work, you have ended up in some relationships that made you feel frustrated, anxious, or stuck. If you relate to these statements, and if it feels like your relationships have pushed you to the point of exhaustion, you are not alone. And here's what you need to understand. With the right tools, you can make sure that your relationships always feel harmonious. So then it says, where does your attachment style come from? It says your attachment style and the relationship challenges it brings are a reflection of your story. If your attachment style is securely attached, it is likely that you had a healthy relationship with both of your caregivers during childhood. I didn't. But you know what I did have? A kick-ass mom, okay? So shout out to Glam Mother because she is the reason that I am the way that I am. And my father didn't do none of that, okay? I didn't have a good relationship with him, but my mom poured so much into me and gave me enough of her and what it was to be a woman and a mom and all those great things, okay? A working gal. She did so, she went above and beyond, girl, okay? And so I didn't need both parents to still feel secure, which not a lot of people get that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't experience that, but my mom was so, oh my God. Like, oh my God, shout out to her. You were probably encouraged to express yourself and your needs for emotional and physical support were constantly met. That's why as an adult, it's easier for you to create supportive, communicative relationships with others. Unlike the 3 insecure attachment styles, anxious, preoccupied, dismissive avoidant, and fearful avoidant. You don't experience much anxiety or fear when in a relationship because you didn't experience attachment traumas in your relationships as a child. So the insecure attachment styles, anxious, preoccupied, fearful, avoidant, and dismissive avoidant, can have a tendency to bottle up their emotions, pull away, send mixed signals by coming close and then moving away again. Have difficulty communicating their needs or putting up huge walls in an effort to manage their deep-rooted fears of abandonment or betrayal. All of this can be extremely hard to relate to as someone who has never had the same traumatic experiences. A second thing to note is although you might have scored as securely attached on your quiz, everyone also has their secondary attachment style, which can get triggered in particularly emotional situations. Depending on the type of partner you're with and the situation, your secondary attachment style can surface, bringing along all of its associated relationship challenges. For that reason, it's worthwhile to spend more time exploring the different attachment styles to enhance your self-awareness in an effort to improve your relationships. It says that not developing awareness of your own patterns or taking the time to understand the different attachment styles can lead to repetitive confusion in your relationships. We don't need that. We don't need that, okay? We're not into that at all. So I guess now I need to read up on the other attachment styles. And if you guys want me to do that on my channel, let me know in the comment section below that you want to hear about the other types of attachment styles. And we will cover it. But that's my attachment style. What's yours? I can't wait to read your comments. I love you all so much, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.